Now watch him. Feel better?
In 1979, Steve Martin successfully made the transition from stand-up comic to film star when he wrote and starred in The Jerk.
I was born.
See the fans going?
The Jerk was
Feel
one of the
better,
first movies I've
baby.
seen as a kid, and I just remember that line. I was born a poor black child, and it just was
feel
the most
better.
hysterical thing in the world to me.
Come on, let's go in the room and see.
I didn't know he was not black all his life.
You kind of feel
Oh,
that this
baby.
could be sort of the reincarnation of Jerry Lewis, that kind of broad, imbecilic physical humor. Except that he gives it a different spin. He has a way of both being idiotic and standing outside and commenting on the silliness.
Don't go. Come on. Come on. Come on. Look. It's not scary anymore. It's not scary anymore. See, look up.
We worked out the routines ahead of time. Some of it obviously is ad-libbed, but I was at that point in my career perfectly happy just to do gag after gag after gag.
Tail going.
Jerk is genius. And you
Hun.
look back on that now, and
Hun, come on. Show us how you can go in there. See, now he's fine.
Now he's learned more to not act. So he's very aware of himself.
Yeah, you okay. Show me how you okay.
Decision to follow up the outrageous comedy with a dark Depression-era musical. Although critics applauded
him
his
looking at
range,
it?
the fans still wanted Steve Martin funny.
Yeah, Pennies of Heaven is a really extraordinarily ambitious,
Feel better,
dark,
baby? Huh? You feel better?
and it was a great risk on his part, you know, a risk that didn't pay off commercially.
Although Steve
Yeah. See? It's all better. Oop.
It wasn't until All of Me with Lily Tomlin that Steve got back on track and stayed there.
I think All of Me is one of his most amazing performances.
Up toward the fan, everything's fine.
Really sat up and said, hey, this guy is, really working at a level up there with the great physical clowns of all time, you know. In fact, he won the, I believe,
And strangely enough,
award.
what are you doing, Mama?
For All of Me. And very
Crawling on
rarely
top of the...
do you see a comic performance be honored.
Baby, you were alright?
I have to
All
say,
right.
is All of Me. It's a very
You're
special
fine.
film. He gets to play a romantic lead, and at the
Check
same
the
time,
fan,
does
make
all
sure it's
this
still on.
zany, wacky stuff and gets caught up in all this physical comedy, but it has real motivation and roots, you know.
It's about a man.
Yes.
He has
Yeah, you with this. Oh, he's just fine. He's all fine. He's all fine. He's all fine. He's my boy. He's my good boy. Yes. This is a good boy. You're so funny. You're so funny.
When Tutu in high school, it came to a real high point when Lily Tomlin's body inhabits Steve, and she wants to go inside and he wants to go to the car.
You know, when he has her voice in his head and his, and he goes back and forth between the two. I don't know how he does it.
It's really, it's one of the great performances. It was overlooked by the Academy, but the comedy performance is always there.
Steve's scenes in Little Shop of Horrors lasted less than 15 minutes, but it was impossible to ignore the Oscar-caliber performance.
Little Shop of Horrors, you know, he doesn't have a big role in it, but it's kind of a classic fit. I mean, he's playing the leader of the Black. So Elvis like that is
The character he does is kind of a 1950s kind of hood, an old version. And I remember him saying, I don't want to be Fonzie, you know, and I said, great, he wants to be more like Elvis.
Wow, that is incredible. We call it thing. RPG? Name. Sketching. Nice plan. Big. You're quite the little chatterbox tonight, ain't you? Sorry, what? You got a train, Mustard.
see this guy really, really dumb. And I said, okay.
You got the handcuff?
I think that was a supremely great performance. I love that, and I thought he should have had the Best Supporting Oscar for that.
Steve Martin may not have an Oscar, but with more than 30 films to his credit, the list of favorites is as diverse as the roles themselves.
It was just a funny film. That's all. It was just a historical film. Marty Short and Chevy. Chevy has been a friend of Steve's for a long time, so they must have it all on film. All I can tell you is, as an audience member, I just watched it with hysterics.
I loved Dead Men Don't Wear Plaid. I don't know if people really even remember that film as much as they should, because it's such a great movie. I mean, the way that they combined the old footage from the 30s and 40s, and it's just so tongue-in-cheek. It's so clever.
There's nothing funnier than that movie Bowfinger. And he wrote that movie, and you look at it and you forget that he writes these things.
I would be very hard pressed to take a single film of Steve's and say this head and shoulders above all the others, etc. But I must say, somewhere in my heart, I have a very, very warm spot for Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. I think he and John Candy together on the screen, absolutely magical. I think it's one of the finest films made, at least in my generation.
Fisto.
That is one of my favorite Steve movies, and I think that kind of darkness is really a part of Steve. I also like the Spanish.
See, and it doesn't bother Mama at all. She's just hanging out looking out the window.
There hasn't been one film I don't think that didn't have it. Some of them a little deeper, and that I even find, and that's a little Steve Martin's one of the only people in my life.
And he's under the table.
First in line for that, I wanted to see on the opening day, and then again.
You know, it's hard to believe that this
Can you
guy
see his little
started out
face?
from doing King Tut and the Wild and Crazy Guy. That's really turned out to be, I think, one of the foremost comic film artists out of his generation.
What's up, baby?
There was something.
Who's scared of the fan?
The presence
You'd think he'd be scared of it when it's on. He freaks out when it's off.
huge crash. He did what I asked him to do, and he scared the hell out of me.
Celebrity ghost stories.